Shut up, Smarks. Ring Rust Redux. No, I won't tap out. I won't tap out. All of you butthurt suck. Just stop watching Raw. Stop watching Raw. Now part of the Club Kayfabe creative community. So, rather than put it off till next week and then have to do a bunch of stuff, because I believe next week is Elimination Chamber. So rather than have 2 nights of New Japan Pro Wrestling / Ring of Honor's Honor Rises and Elimination Chamber in one day, and since, of course, it's going to be the day of and the day after my next show anyway, so it's just well to get an early start on the pre-preview of the New Japan stuff, and then the pre-preview of Elimination Chamber till next week. Then I can give full concentration to this and full concentration to that, and then be swamped when it comes to reviewing all the shows. Oh well. So at any rate, New Japan Pro Wrestling released the cards for their Honor Rises events at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, which are combined events with Ring of Honor. Shows will stream live on njpwworld.com with English commentary. So we have a bunch of 6-man tag and tag matches. So, not complaining, but you know, Cheeseburger, Delirious, and Jushin Thunder Liger. We're taking on Kyokyo and the Guerrillas of Destiny. So 6-man tag. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. They don't follow the same patterns usually as WWE or Impact Wrestling or any other company does, which is a good thing. But, you know, it also makes predicting how something will go a little bit harder, because I could just as easily see either of these 2 teams winning, but I can also just as easily see either of these 2 teams losing. So I guess we'll go with the Guerrillas of Destiny team. See how that plays out, I suppose. The Club Kayfabe creative community, bringing together creative people from all walks of life and giving them a platform to show off their talents. Podcasters, artists, cosplayers, authors. Check out all the information about the Club Kayfabe creative community at ckcconline.com. And then we got Toa Hinari. I hope I really that's another reason why I usually don't pre-preview New Japan shows and or Ring of Honor shows, because there's a lot of Japanese names and I'm not entirely certain if I know how to pronounce them. So hopefully I pronounce Toa Hinari properly, and Katsuya Kitamura versus Bad Luck Fale and Yojiro Takahashi. So I recognize 2 of those names, so they're the ones who are going to win. You know, I don't like giving a half-ass preview, but you know, there are some. I mean, I'm not really. They also don't have weekly shows, do they? Not like WWE, when you can very easily keep track of who's going where, angle-wise. So it often ends up makes my previews feel like they're half-assed, and they kind of are, I guess. So. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. And there's a fun-sounding match coming up. Ryuki Taguchi and Jay Lethal and Ring of Honor champion Dalton Castle versus Best Friends and Jay White in a silly match that also features Jay White. A silly-sounding match, I guess. Because everyone else, I think, is capable of some kind of silliness. I'm not really sure about Jay White. I'm not sure how silly he may or may not be. But it sounds like it's probably going to be a fun match. Too bad it's not Jay Lethal versus Dalton Castle in some capacity. But oh well. That's the only thing that might have made that a little bit better. So I guess we'll go with the good guys, because one of them is the Ring of Honor champion. It's probably a good idea to have him win. So I hope I'm not disappointing anybody. But anyway, there's only so much I can do about it. There's nothing else to preview. So, and I just didn't want to do a second show in a row where I'm just talking about news, so I wanted to do a bit of this. I'll still be doing news after this. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. And then we got a three-way match. Hiromu Takahashi versus Kushida versus Flip Gordon. So, I know two of the names. I don't know. We'll say Kushida is going to win this one. Because again, like the angles is not really. I don't watch New Japan enough. I don't watch every single show they put out, unfortunately. So I don't know how their angles are going, and I don't study it, and I don't take notes or whatever, and say, okay, well, this person won this match, so that means they're going this direction, or this person lost that match, so that means they're going in that direction. So, unfortunately, unless I'm an expert on New Japan Pro Wrestling, this is going to sound half-assed. Any pre-preview that you do of a product you're not 100% familiar with is going to sound half-assed, which is unfortunately how this is going, I think. But at any rate, for the sake of talking about it, letting you know what's happening, I'll keep going. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. So there's another tag team match, David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. So I think Juice Robinson's going somewhere, I think. I don't know where exactly he's going. He's heading towards one of the titles. I'm not 100% certain which. I think he went for the U.S. title most recently. So maybe he's going to keep feuding for that, or maybe go beyond that, or go to some other title. Who knows? You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. So, next up, never openweight champion Hiroki Goto versus Beer City Bruiser. Since there's a championship on the line, I'm just going to go, as I usually do, with the champion to defend, because also it's Beer City Bruiser. So, I'm not sure he does a lot of winning. Wink. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. And in the main event, another six-man tag sees Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Chase Owens versus Marty Scurll, Cody Rhodes, and Adam Page. So they're still teasing a breakup of the Bullet Club. And, who knows? There might be a turn in the middle of the match. Kenny Omega might super kick one of his two partners, or him and whoever he's wrestling might go over and knock out his two partners in the match, and then they beat him down, and then, oh, look, the Bullet Club's fine. Stop saying they're breaking up. I do think the Bullet Club's probably going to win that one, probably because in the event that Kenny Omega is actually separating from them, they're probably actually going to want to get some vengeance on him and beat him down and stuff, and so... yeah, that's my pre-preview of the February 23rd show for Honor Rises. Hopefully it's going to be a good show. Hopefully get a chance to watch it. Another reason why I don't usually watch Ring of Honor, New Japan shows is because they're 3 to 4 hours long. And there are several days worth of 3 to 4 hour long shows. And sometimes there's no English commentary, which makes them even harder to watch. So, I apologize if this comes off sounding really amateurish, but again, like I said, unless I'm an actual expert in it, or there's an expert here to talk about the show, it's probably halfway pointless for me to try to give predictions, because I'm just not watching it. There's not enough of it, I think. Not so much that I'm not watching it. There's just not enough of it for me to watch, to get a handle on the angles and this and stuff. And so hopefully you'll hear a better podcast, a better show that has a better preview of this show, and they know what they're talking about. Otherwise, I'm just here for the music. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. Now part of the club, Kayfabe Creative Community. So now on to night 2 on the 24th of Honor Rises for New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor. So we have Toa Hinari versus the Beer City Bruiser. And in the event, he won the match of the previous night. Oh, Bear City Bruiser will be defending his newly won Never Openweight Championship, possibly. Oh, sorry, I needed to sit down for a minute. Oh, okay, I'm better now. Yeah, so, he may not lose 2 nights in a row. You can live in hope, I suppose. Like, oh, you might not lose 2 nights in a row. Shut up. I'm going to go over here and drink all this beer. Because that's my gimmick. Ding! That's the light shining off his tooth as he gives you the thumbs up. You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbranology TV. So, next up we have another 6-man tag. Chucky T, Yoshihashi, and Jay White will be taking on the Young Bucks. Nick and Matt Jackson and Adam Page, all of the Bullet Club. So, given actually no, I predicted Bullet Club was going to win that match. I think I said the Young Bucks were going to lose their match the night before, so it's probably okay to say they're going to win this one. Cause, say what you want about Japanese booking for the wrestling. They're as balanced, if not more balanced, than most other wrestling promotions. So I'll say, oh yeah, you can win this match. Sure, go ahead. It's like, yay, we get to win a match in Japan. We do that all the time, though, don't we? Shh, just take it. So, you are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbranology TV. Next up, it says Ryusuke, maybe, Taguchi. I honestly don't know how to pronounce these names. I'm sorry. And Flip Gordon. God, I hope I pronounced that one right. Versus Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi. I'm going to predict the Flip Gordon team's going to win. Because, sure. Again, I'm not really, I don't think, I think some of their wrestlers don't actually follow much of a storyline, though, either. Like, they'll take their storylines from other independent promotions, and they'll say, okay, this is what I've been doing, so how about we just skew it this way, and then everybody's happy. And then have this guy win in this way, and then it will go reflect back towards this other wrestling promotion, because we're not WWE, we're all cooperative with each other. So, yeah, I predict the Flip Gordon Taguchi team is going to win. Because I don't know. I'm not following either of these people's careers really all that closely. So, unfortunately, I'm not that I don't like the independents, I just don't really follow it. I kind of haven't gotten a lot of opportunity to, well, the internet gives me no excuse, I suppose, but moving on. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbranology TV. Another 6-man tag. David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Jay Lethal will be taking on Hikuyo, Chase Owens, and Yujiro Takahashi. Juice Robinson and Jay Lethal on the same team, so I guess they're probably going to win. Because, former Ring of Honor champion and the guy who's obviously in serious contention for other New Japan titles. So, probably a safe bet they're going to win. You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbranology TV. A 6-man tag team championship match for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championships. Cheeseburger, Delirious, and Jushin Thunder Liger versus the Guerrillas of Destiny and Bad Luck Fale. I'm not even sure who the champions are because it doesn't say. So, on this particular document anyway, it doesn't say. So, whoever the champs are, I predict are going to defend. So, probably a safe bet. Well, I'm not going to guess in case it is the other ones. But anyway. You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbranology TV. Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega will be taking on Marty Scurll and Cody Rhodes of the Bullet Club. So they're furthering that angle. So presumably, if nothing happens in the night before, then it might happen this night where Kenny Omega's going to turn on Kota Ibushi, and they're all going to celebrate in the ring. Ha ha! Stronger than ever. And, you know, oh look, a power-up gem. What? Because it's in Japan, so of course they're going to be living anime. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. And Ring of Honor champion Dalton Castle will be taking on Trent Beretta for the title. It doesn't really say, so actually did it say that was a title match? No, it just said it was never openweight champion Hiroki Goto versus Brio City Bruiser. It doesn't say the titles on the line. This document's rather, I don't know about confusing. Maybe I just misunderstood it. So it's entirely possible I just misunderstood it. But at any rate, in the event the title's on the line, I'm sure Dalton Castle's going to defend because he kind of just won it a little while ago. So he's probably not going to lose it just yet, and he's certainly not going to lose it to Trent Beretta. Not that he isn't doing impressive stuff in New Japan and Ring of Honor, but he's mostly concentrating on his tag team stuff with his best friends tag team, so probably not. It might just be a singles match. It might be for the title. I don't know. Either way, when it comes to winning that match, I'm sure Dalton Castle wants it all.
You're listening to wrestling superstar, the Triple X Sex Express Sexy Eddie, and you're listening to Ring Rust, the one and only wrestling talk radio show.
Now part of the Club Kayfabe creative community. So now that we got that car wreck of a preview for New Japan Pro Wrestling's show that's coming up that I'm not paying enough attention to the wrestlers of, apparently. Now it's time to move on to just some regular old wrestling news. So if you want to follow a long story about to read from, pop on over to the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page, click on like we haven't already, and scroll on down to Finn Balor on his WWE Elimination Chamber chances via his Twitter account. My whole career, I've done things the hard way. Stack all the odds against me. Love those odds. Hashtag Elimination Chamber. Except apparently the hashtag is WWE Chamber. But who am I to judge just because it's been put there in front of me by the company itself? So, have they changed it? I don't know. I mean, it's a reasonable, that's what I assumed the hashtag was in the first place. But then, year after year, they said WWE Chamber. Because, like, every time I think I can guess what the hashtag is going to be, they make it something else, so. Oh well, maybe I just need to sit down and catch my breath.
Meet my friendly knuckle.
Brunt.
I forgot my wings.
Excellent.
Hey, what's up? This is referee Tony S, and you're listening to Ring Rust on CHMR.
Now part of the Club Kayfabe creative community. So, back to the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page. Click on the link if you haven't already, and scroll on down to Carl Anderson's ride-along impression of WWE Champion AJ Styles via Twitter. So, it's just not really much else to say about it. It's Carl Anderson doing an AJ Styles impression for the WWE show Ride-Along for the WWE Network. So, if you're not already a subscriber, that might be a reason to go subscribe to it. And check it out. But meanwhile, you get a preview right there from WWE's Twitter account. Boy, those guys, they don't have it. Well, they sort of unofficially, I guess, calling themselves the Good Brothers, I suppose. But I call them Bulletproof because they're from the Bullet Club. But they can't be called Bullet Club because that's violent and it's WWE. And even though it's wrestling, gun violence is not really cool, so sorry all you NRA gun-packing yokels out there who decided you're going to be cool by carrying a gun. So anyway, enough on that, not to get political, but WWE can't have them referencing bullets, I guess, so I just call them Bulletproof. Not that they're going to be called that. Bulletproof isn't so much gun violence. Like, you can say someone's bulletproof and that they're untouchable, kind of thing. Oh, look, that's the boss's son. He's bulletproof around here. me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni. Presents Macho Facts. Randy Savage is currently suing NBC, claiming Law and Order are trademark names for his left and right elbows. And when his top rope elbow drop prowess fails to resolve a situation, the Macho Man plays dead. When playing dead doesn't work, he plays zombie. WrestleMania 34, 51 days away.
Beer! Money!
Ring Rust has a new home. Enjoy your choice of adult beverage while I slam Wrestling News Radio on its back. Streaming every Friday night at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 12msportsradio.com. That's 12OZSportsRadio.com. So, if you want to check out what I'm about to read from, pop on over to the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page, click on the link if you haven't already, and scroll on down to Absolution on having an advantage in the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and that's from YouTube, from WWE's YouTube channel. So, want to check that out and see what those lovely ladies got to say. Looking forward to what's happening. I'm looking forward to pretty much everything that's happening since they started announcing all this great women's wrestling stuff from WWE. And I'm sure all the women wrestlers are excited about it. I'm sure Sonya Deville's excited. I'm sure Mandy Rose is excited. And I'm really sure, even though she can't personally participate because of her neck injury, that Paige is excited about it. You better be excited for it too, or you'll get smashed in the face.
This is a great cat guitar shredder! On Newfoundland's only alternative radio station, CHMR FM 93.5! Shredder!
Coming through. Sorry. Oh, that stings. I beg your pardon. Oh! I'll make you fun size.
Now, part of Club Kayfabe Creative Community. An interesting video, 10 rare moments The Undertaker broke character on camera. So it's everything from making a fan's dream come true to actually paying respect to a WWE Hall of Famer to being caught on fire. So go check that out. It's on the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page. I made it easy for you. And click on like if you haven't already. And meanwhile, like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni. Now part of the Club Kayfabe Creative Community. So next up, from the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page, click on like if you haven't already, Triple H on Ronda Rousey signing her WWE contract at the Elimination Chamber via his Twitter account. So Sunday, February 25th, the night that will change the landscape of WWE, be there in Las Vegas, the T-Mobile Arena for WWE Chamber. See, Triple H uses hashtag WWE Chamber. So anyway. To witness the most dominant woman in combat sports history, Ronda Rousey officially start her WWE career as a part of Raw. So, yeah, she's officially a part of the Raw roster, apparently. Or as I call it, the Raw star. Because it's Raw and it's Raw. I need to lie down, I think, for a few minutes. So... That's it for another show, kiddies. Check me out on Facebook, where you can keep track of all the news that's right on the mark, from around ringside to the latest concerts. See you at the shows. Later days.
This is 93.5 CHMR FM.